What would you do if your boss demanded that you confirm you had read and understood every email he sent? And then you discovered that he had sent you nearly 1,000 emails. A few months back, a department got a new director who was very big on accountability, capital letters, and everything citation 1. In his first week, he sent out a massive all-hands email about owning our communication and ended it with a line in bold. If you receive an email from me, I expect a reply confirming you have read and understood it. The next day on a team call, he repeated it again, just in case anyone had dared to skim. When someone asked, even for those FYI policy emails you send to the whole org, he said, with that tight little manager smile, yes, I need to know my messages are landing. Fast forward about a month. Along with his usual stuff, he started forwarding literally every corporate blast that crossed his inbox, adding one sentence at the top like "see below" or FYI only. The department started getting 10 emails a day from him. New parking map, cafeteria menu change, some webinar no one would attend, random mental wellness newsletters. All from him, all with his signature. People started grumbling in chat. Someone pointed out that Outlook had read receipts, but the director had specifically turned those off in respect of privacy, which sounded noble at the time, but mainly meant he wanted manual proof instead. And one Friday afternoon, he sent another long email scolding the team because only 3 of you acknowledged my update regarding the Q3 dashboard. He CC'd the VP, of course. In that email, he actually wrote, going forward, you are required to respond to my messages with a short confirmation that you have read and understood them. No exceptions. There it was, the magic phrase. On Monday morning, one employee came in early, made an unhealthy-sized coffee, and opened his, from Director Guy, search folder. The director had been with the company for 7 weeks at that point. There were 986 emails. That included every time he hit reply all to some corporate announcement, every invite, every oops wrong link here is the updated invite, every please ignore previous email, all of it. Technically, all messages from him, all still sitting there marked as unread and ununderstood by his new standard. Being the dutiful little cog that he was, the employee started at the bottom citation 1. He replied to each one. Hi, I have read and understood your email about the calendar color coding. Hi, I have read and understood your email about the temporary $2 price increase in the cafeteria. Hi, I have read and understood your email containing the word test and no other content. Copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. He only changed a couple words here and there so Outlook would not decide it was a duplicate and auto-threaded weirdly. Anytime the director had CC'd half the company, he hit reply all. After all, everyone needed to see that he was complying correctly. Internal chat absolutely lit up about 20 minutes in. Why is my inbox exploding with read confirmations from you? He just pasted a screenshot of the paragraph where the director demanded replies to his messages. Just doing what we were told. A few brave souls joined in. One coworker forwarded the director his own 30-page vision document from week 1 with per your instruction, confirming I have read and understood this in detail. Another person replied to an invite that had already expired 3 weeks ago, apologizing for the delay, but confirming they had now read and understood that the meeting was moved. Around email 120 or so, Outlook started lagging. It pinged the employee on chat asking if he had turned on some wild rule because the mail server metrics just spiked. He told them the truth, linked the same screenshot, and they just responded with "oh my god" and a crying laughing emoji. About an hour later, the director scheduled an urgent sync. In the call, he looked like he had been chewing wasps. I did not mean for you to reply to every historical email, he said. You wrote going forward, someone answered. These are still going forward through the system, so we wanted to make sure we complied properly. It could be heard trying not to laugh in the background because they had joined to figure out why Exchange was on fire. By the end of the day, everyone got a brand new email from the director, this time after a very obvious conversation with HR and it. It said something like, after reviewing the impact on productivity, I'm rescinding my previous request for manual confirmations. Please only respond when you have a question or action item. No apology, of course, but the flood of pointless forwards mysteriously stopped to citation 1. Now he just drops announcements in the Teams channel, where read receipts are automatic and inboxes can live a quiet, happy life again. What would you do if your boss demanded you reply to every single email he sent? Would you have done the same thing and confirmed reading all 986 messages? Or would you have found another way to make your point? And why do managers so often fail to realize that their policies will be followed exactly as written, with consequences they never anticipated? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to stand up for themselves.